evening. I am a mere clump of cells. And tonight we'll be feeding you lies you can trust about the Supreme Court's abortion ban, why people freaking out and protesting outside the homes of judges is a good thing. Over the weekend, America celebrated Mother's Day, which is a far-right holiday rooted in hate meant to suppress birthing people. I think all of us on the left would agree the human race would have a much better future if there were no more mothers in the world. After all, mothers are the ones who choose not to get abortions, and those type of people deserve no respect. But here's the type of woman we'd like to instruct you to admire.
Ladies, if you get pregnant, run on down to the abortion clinic and have that little bastard suck my
And let's contrast that with this vile woman who is filled with hate. This monster is demonstrating this evil in the wake of the Supreme Court leak, which shows it may very well overturn Roe versus Wade. What happened there? Well, someone accidentally leaked out a preliminary report that shows the Supreme Court will likely overturn Roe versus Wade. Why would they do that? Well, we, of course, don't know and sincerely wish the leak didn't happen. Definitely didn't happen because the left wants to radicalize people into emotional hysteria in order to get more people to come out to vote for their high-power candidates in the midterms, because the polls are showing they're sagging further than Bill Gates' tits. But because it's happening, we kind of do hope it drives more rageful leftists to the polls. Whoops! Perhaps seeing all the vile, rageful leftists who have been mobilized under the spell of mass formation psychosis has caused the right to be more motivated than ever to get out to the polls and take back control of the country from the rage-crying blue hairs. This just in! Pretending a baby isn't a baby and then killing the baby might be a choice, but it certainly isn't a virtue. Hey, did someone write this from their heart? This is disgusting. Some who believe they have jurisdiction over the Supreme Court of the United States don't like the possibility that the Supreme Court may overturn Roe versus Wade. So they've taken matters into their own hands by threatening the judges and protesting outside the homes of the judges, all in an effort to try to influence the judges to rule a different way. This just in! According to what's called the law, anyone is to face a year of imprisonment who has the intent of interfering with, obstructing, or impeding the administration of justice, or with the intent of influencing any judge, juror, witness, or court officer in pickets or parades in or near a court building or residence occupied by such a judge, juror, witness, or court officer. So obviously trying to influence judges' rulings and protesting outside the homes of judges is a serious crime punishable with a year in prison. What is the White House doing to stop this?
So I know that there's an outrage right now, I guess, about protests that have been peaceful to date, and we certainly continue to encourage that outside of judges' homes, and that's the president's position.
Oh, they're encouraging it. The more crime, the better. And we wish the insurrectionists outside the judges' homes the best of luck in interfering with justice and in breaking the law. The more they get away with, the more it sets a beautiful precedent for years to come. What's Gavin Newsom have to say about it all? Well, he says it is a woman's right to choose. It's so hurtful, Gavin. Gavin, you screwed up, because remember, your team says men are getting pregnant now too. So saying it's a woman's right to choose is discounting all the brave men out there who have fetuses killed too. But I understand the confusion. It's hard to keep conflicting pieces of propaganda straight when you're using the crooked narrative instead of truth. A word from our sponsors. Do you ever worry that you'll die? Well, you definitely will. Just look around you. There's probably dead people in the room with you right now, and you're gonna be just like them, unless you use Vaseline. Vaseline is a first-of-its-kind drug that has never gone through clinical trials. Its results are potentially so great that we've made it a crime to say anything otherwise. You will die without Vaseline. Get it now and disown your family and friends who don't use it. Vaseline. A drug that doesn't work, that you don't need to protect you from viruses that you don't have. This just in! Planned Parenthood puts 66% of its abortion facilities in minority neighborhoods. Oh, that's just a typo. It's 86%. Well, there's a perfectly good explanation for that, which will make a lot of sense if you're asleep. The reason why Planned Parenthood puts 86% of its abortion facilities in minority neighborhoods is because minorities make up the majority of people, so there's just more of them. And based on these facts, it would make sense if minorities made up 86% of all people, which they probably do. Atticus, look that up and see if it's true.
It's not true.
It's true! You heard it here first, folks. Given the very substantial history and facts that Planned Parenthoods are intentionally placed in black neighborhoods and the organization was ran by a eugenicist, one could surmise that the underlying intention of Planned Parenthood is to reduce the black population. An objectively racist and genocidal thing hiding in plain sight. And those on the left who claim to be most out for racial equality are also the exact same people worshiping Planned Parenthood. Wouldn't it be funny, if not ironic, if not a tragedy, if they were being tricked to perpetuate the most heinous form of racism while thinking they're fighting racism? You'd have to have no self-awareness.
And have that little bastard
Because for that to happen, it would require all-day indoctrination through media propaganda. And it's not like people have much access to media nowadays. And if they did, it's not like they would believe it. In conclusion to this story, our narrative is that Bill Gates Sr.'s involvement in Planned Parenthood and eugenics can easily be explained away by saying he wasn't involved in either. Simple as that. That's it for tonight's news.